Nobody's last name is Spinello.
No. Spinello just means joint in Italian.
Like pizza spot?
No.
Oh, marijuana cigarette?
Yes. So it's not, it was more of a play on words because it's a pizza joint. Like, we didn't come here directly. We shouldn't get here off the boat. This is a story that's come through Brooklyn, you know, and so a pizza joint is a locale, right? That's, you know. It's also, I mean, look, I think when we moved here, there were three dispensaries in town.
Okay.
Like, this was like, oh, what's going on out here? This is part of the culture.
Bunch of fucking hippies, yeah. How did word get out? Was it strictly word of mouth? Like,
It's been largely word of mouth, and so that's been the amazing thing. I mean, we've been approached to do a lot of paid media, local paid media, and we just it's more of like, I think we've been challenging ourselves to see how organic we can be in terms of getting the word out there, and I think that me coming from such a strong marketing background where all I've done my whole life is try to figure out how to get word of mouth or get marketing and media opportunities, it's been interesting to see how when you have a good product, it just naturally word of mouth follows that, right? So it's been that. It's been a lot of...
The fact that it's a vacation destination
means
that there's a lot of people in and out and definitely looking to enjoy themselves while they're here.
Yeah.
And if we can become part of their weekend tradition or their summertime tradition, it's really an honor.
when I walked in here the first time, it felt like a European social club, like where you go to watch soccer. Like there's a soccer game on.
It's a little bit of and it's sort of like hush hush, like it's not really advertised as such, but there's a great...
There's a little Florence vibe to like...
There's a sense of discovery, though. There's a sense of discovery, and yes, some people are happy to discover things, and other people are upset about the inconvenience of having to discover things. So it's it is what it is.
Everybody help me.
Yes, but we are like, I mean, both of us have sort of Latin backgrounds in the sense that I have an Italian background, my wife has a Peruvian background, and I think we really love being in New England, and it's been like New England is a cool fucking place as far as like a cohesive group of states that shares cultural
personality.
That is an amazing thing, and like even if you're from Maine, you hate Boston, but there's no discussion of whether or not Boston is the capital of New England.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's one team in every league, and there's amazing unification, like unifying factors.
Yeah.
There's oceans and mountains and industry and agriculture. Like I love New England. Federal Hill, North Boston, Gloucester, New Bedford, especially these places, like Latin culture, eating late, it's not part of what they do here.
Yeah.
And we love the idea of that. We're like, that there is this little like nook and cranny, piazza feeling thing. Like that's exactly
cool.
what we're trying to go for.
You talk about people don't know you open a place like this and they walk in to get the food and then somebody from way back when.
Oh, yeah. I had a buddy come up here with his family. He was visiting a friend of his from Brooklyn who's out here sometimes in the summer. And this is a guy I went to elementary school with, like all the way through. And he and his whole family were here. His 2 kids. It was wonderful. I mean, it's a real, and honestly, look, it's a real pleasure to make food for people. There is something about feeding people that gives you great joy, and it's really nice to do that for strangers and for people who like to eat and people who are hungry. But it's really in your local townspeople. But when you can do that for somebody who has who's known you and has known your history and where you've come from, it's super gratifying.
So who's the guy that was on the block?
That guy.
A vintage subway sign.
Oh my God, that guy. Yeah, we're not on first name basis. I think his name is Liam, but we went to different schools. He was like a couple years older, I think. And you see each other like, oh look, now this guy's married. Oh look, he's got a kid. Oh look, his mom's not around anymore. And he came by. That was such a nice one.
That was awesome.
That was an awesome one.
Do you sell scissors?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, great. All right, good. You are. You do sell Spinello branded scissors.
They're not branded.
Why not?
Look, we have goals to make them a little bit more branded. I mean, I think that's a big part of our story is, and look, everybody's playing to their strengths. I know some other restaurant owners out here who are great chefs and they're also electricians. You know what I mean? And that's their like secret weapon, because their air conditioning goes down and it's no problem. Their refrigeration goes down and they handle it. And like that's their secret weapon. I mean, our secret weapon, aside from, it's a family business, is definitely the fact that we have design and marketing in-house.
In pocket.